stop right there because this headline is built to make your brain react before you even think. Pam Grier goes topless, try not to gasp. Take a look. That wording is not there to inform you. It's there to trigger curiosity, get clicks, and pull you into a comment storm. So watch this video till the end, because the real story is not about some shocking moment. The real story is about how the internet recycles old scenes, reposts old images, and turns a legendary name like Pam Grier into cheap bait. Let's talk about Pam Grier with respect. Pam Grier is not just a headline. Pam Grier is a major film star who made a real mark on cinema, and she did it in a time when women, especially strong women, were often not treated fairly in the industry. People remember Pam Grier because she brought power, style, and confidence on screen. And when someone has a long career like Pam Grier, there will always be old clips, old stills, and old photos floating around online. Here's where the internet plays games. Pages will grab a still from a film or an old photo from decades ago, and then they will repost it like it just happened. They use words like "take a look" and "try not to gasp" to make it feel like secret, fresh news. But most of the time it's not new at all. It's repackaged content meant to farm attention. And it's unfair because it turns Pam Grier into an object instead of treating Pam Grier like the artist and person she is. Now there's another important point. Sometimes these viral posts don't even use real images correctly. Images can be cropped, edited, or placed next to fake captions. And in today's world, fake images can spread fast too. If someone wants clicks, they can take a picture, change it, and slap Pam Grier's name on it. That's why you have to be smart. If the headline is loud, dramatic, and emotional, that's usually your first warning sign. Also, let's be real about something. Pam Grier has been part of films that had bold scenes and adult themes, because many films do. That doesn't mean the internet has the right to turn her work into a crude joke. A scene in a film is not the same thing as a private moment. Professional work has context, has a story, has a purpose. But the internet loves to remove context and keep only shock value. So what should we focus on instead? We should focus on why Pam Grier is still talked about today. Pam Grier became iconic because she owned the screen. Pam Grier had presence. Pam Grier showed strength in roles where strength wasn't always welcomed. And later, Pam Grier proved her range again when she appeared in projects that introduced her to new audiences. That is the real story, not a cheap headline. And let's talk about the crowd reaction. Some people share these posts because they want drama. Some share because they're curious. And some share because they think it's no big deal. But every share keeps the machine alive. Teaches the internet that disrespect sells. It tells gossip pages, "Yes, do more of this." And then they move on to the next name and the next and the next. Here's a better way to look at it. If you respect Pam Grier, don't reward bait posts that reduce Pam Grier to a body. If you want to talk about Pam Grier, talk about her impact, her legacy, and her work. That's not boring. That's real. And it's honestly more interesting than recycled shock captions. So before you click on anything that claims Pam Grier goes topless, pause and ask, is this new or is this recycled? Is this public work with context? Or is it presented like a private leak? Is this meant to inform or meant to embarrass? Those questions protect you from being manipulated, and they protect people like Pam Grier from being turned into a cheap trend. Now I want to hear from you. When you think of Pam Grier, what do you remember most? Her strength, her style, or the way she owned every scene? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more videos that break down viral celebrity headlines without crossing lines, like this video, subscribe. And share it with a friend who's tired of the internet turning legends like Pam Grier into clickbait.